Look. Now y'all act like you never seen a black person before. Now I'm cursing worse than before. You getting work when I burst at this door. Please go get the hearse, I'm finna hurt him for sure. Dig holes in the earth for these boys until there's dirt in their pores. I'm Hercules, boy, but Hades wrote this verse for me, boy. I search and destroy. Wait a minute. Let me shut this off. Wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemenos of the SFJ Nation. Let me get this right. I just got done working out. My face look a little sweaty. It's whatever. Got the headband on, collar a little stretched out. I didn't even work out with this shirt, so I can't even blame it. I don't know. I think it's the weather change. So, the saga of Lord Jamar, Eminem, and now Royce the 5'9" continues. If you didn't know, basically how this Lord Jamar sits, and Vlad's a part of it too. It's pretty routine. Lord Jamar gets on Vlad TV's couch or wherever they're sitting now, interviews, and an Eminem question will come up. And Vlad knows it gets lots of clicks, causes lots of controversy, causes a lot of people to make videos about it. This time, Royce has responded before, but this time Royce responded in a big way. If you haven't seen my reaction to Royce's response to Lord Jamar, go watch that. I'm gonna tag it on this video at the end, little annotations, little boxes. I'm gonna have that along with Slime Shady, which is almost to 50,000 views. Oh my God! I need everybody to go watch that. We on the road to 60. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep moving at 10 till we get to 100K. What? Slime Shady, sick of swine, baby. I need medicine. His head will spin when a deck his chin, knock him out like I said. Now, Lord Jamar. I said, Lord Jamar, I hope he responds to Royce on IG, therefore, and not on Vlad. Now, you could respond on Vlad's thing now. It don't matter since you already got your opinion out. Here's the one thing I think was very unintelligent about with the way Jamar handled this. Not saying Jamar is unintelligent, but the way he handled this. Why did you not upload this clip onto the Yadaramin Godcast's channel? Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong, and you did upload it. But fam, the fact that so many other places are re-uploading this and getting all the views and the money for it is like, come on, Vlad. I mean, Jamar, you got to think more like that. You should have this exact same clip is 20 minutes long. You could have uploaded it and da-da-da-da. Got to pay. But yeah, we're going to get right into this because this is 20 minutes long. And the script project drops on the 31st. The 31st, what's today? The 27th. So we 4 days away from the script project dropping. Me and script is going down. Tomorrow I will be taking official, I'm going to start taking, well, I don't know when this is going to come out. So maybe today, Wednesday, I'll be starting to take orders for the physical copies. So let's get right into this. Lord Jamar, ready, set, go. Lord Jamar responds to. Okay.
Turn my TV down. Just watch Power. She was good, right?
Let's skip. Come on.
So.
Here we go. Let's talk. Let's see what Jamar has to say. Now, Jamar's an intelligent person.
IG just surfaced recently.
Uh-oh.
A couple days ago.
Yup.
Of Royce the 5'9" talking about me. Apparently you were a little upset.
Uh-huh. Big man.
Again. I thought the video was old, actually.
Nope.
Digga hit me up like, yo, did you see the shit about Royce? I thought it was an old video.
Yeah.
But no. It's a new one.
It's a new one. It's a new day, Jamar. Not the old
one.
Let's see what you got to say about this. 20 minutes.
Although nobody, when I do videos, people don't really ask me about you, Royce. They ask me about Eminem.
Hold on. Let me just stop that right there to correct that a little bit. Now, I know what angle he's trying to come at. Like, Royce is the do boy. Royce is jumping out the window when nobody's talking about him. That's a shot. You know, like, hey, you aren't important enough for people to ask me about you. They ask me about your mans, and that's why you jump in. The one thing I will say about that is you have already talked about Royce in context of this. So every time you bring it up, it is talking about him. It is. Because you already in past interviews talked about how he's basically the do boy and how he basically will not say anything about Eminem. So him responding to that was him responding to you saying that. It might not have been him responding to your new stuff, but you have 100% spoke on Royce. 100% spoke about Royce in your interview. So let's not just act like he jumped out for no reason.
You like to respond.
Well, we know why. That's his man.
Okay, I get it.
I'll put it this way. If somebody goes at my man's 10 times, then 10 out of 10 times, I'm probably going to jump out the window for my man's. I'm going to keep it a buck. If someone does that, then probably 10 out of 10 times. At this point, when you going at my man so heavy, I'm going to make it my business. That's what I feel like Jamar is missing out on. Because we always talk about the street element, the street facts. Yo, the streets don't forget. Beef like that don't just die. You don't just talk about somebody's mans and then be like, on the street, you getting popped on for that. On always. When I see you, you getting popped on. If I know you walking around disrespecting my mans every chance you get on a public forum, I don't care if you spoke about me. We in the same gang, son. What you talking about? When I see you, it's craction.
You're
just letting them know. Jamar know
you're
that.
a loyal guy.
I'll put it this way. Jamar know that. Jamar know that. Because it doesn't matter. I don't know how close he is with the other members of Brand Nubian, but if somebody is disrespecting Brand Nubian or the members of Brand Nubian a bunch of times, it doesn't matter if it's just their opinion. I hate that angle. It's just my opinion. Why are you getting so mad? Do you realize that wars have been raged because of people's opinions? Do you know most of the time the reason why people get snuffed or hurt is because of their opinion and acting on it? Like, I've never understood that. Yeah, who cares if it's your opinion? Of course it's your opinion. That's why you said it. That's not why I'm mad. I'm mad because you said it.
Putting up for this guy for years and years, and you know.
And that was a shot too. He said Royce been opening up for. I peeped the subtle jab, Jamar. I'm not mad at that. That's petty. He's like, yeah, he been this opener. This opener's been going at me. I know you've been opening up for this man for years. Grind.
The hip hop shop and all that shit you was talking about.
The disrespect is plenty. I'm gonna keep it, but I don't know if I'm gonna react to the entire clip because it's 20 minutes. But I'm gonna throw the entire clip up on my channel. By the time this video drops, the entire clip should be up. I already have it up, but you know YouTube be yellow and everything. So whenever I do something, it's always going to be a day behind. So because it takes me a day to get my videos approved. But they always get approved. So
yeah. So let's get into it.
Get into it then.
You know.
Get into it.
Because it's like, it's almost passive aggressive in a way. You know, he definitely tries to get aggressive sometimes, which he needs to calm down.
That's what I wanted to hear. Yup. Jamar said he about that smoke too. He said you need to calm all that noise down. Cause I was just about to say when he said it's almost passive aggressive. I was about to say, no, it's aggressive. He's threatened you a lot at this point. I don't know if you could call it passive. At this point, I think you calling it passive aggressive would be you being passive aggressive because he has invited you to the fade plenty of times. And at this point, we had a stalemate. Jamar says, yo, chill with all that noise. Chill with all that. You barking, pup. Chill. And Royce said, nigga, I got rocket launchers for niggas like you, dog. So what we doing? Jamar said,
he calls me a legend in the beginning of the video.
Facts. Like I said, Royce's video is very bipolar, but I like, you don't have to lie just because you mad at someone.
Now,
Nubian is legendary.
let's just
Brand
unpack
Nubian.
that real quick.
Go ahead.
Okay, so the reason why
Tell him.
people may know or might not know, but the reason why he would call me a legend and my group legendary is because when Brand Nubian came out,
Yep.
which is the group I come from,
Yep.
our debut album received 5 mics in the Source. At that time, the Source was the hip hop motherfucking Bible. And
That's a fact.
5 mics.
That's a fact.
Like,
So far, all facts. At that time, the Source Awards was the hip hop Bible, and getting 5 mics on the Source was like getting a hip hop Grammy. Like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. There's a lot of people whose careers started just because they had 5. There's a lot of people that people only listen to because they got the 5 mic joint. I'm just saying.
Not many people had done it at that time.
Facts.
Later on, the publication went down. They started giving them mics away. But at that time, getting 5 mics in the Source was some shit. Also, when we
hadn't
came
tell a lie
out,
yet.
Our shit was everywhere. Like, the hood was fucking with us. The suburbs was fucking
So
with
he had to clarify that the hood at one point was definitely rocking with Brand Nubian. Okay. Alright.
From the jails to the college.
And don't think I ain't see the subtle flex of the 2 gold records behind you. Don't think we ain't peeped that. You know what I mean?
Dorms, black people, white people, like, everybody was fucking with Brand Nubian when that shit came out. And it was a legendary time. This was a time when people would go buy your tape and you knew who had the most poppin' album because niggas is riding around the street and all you hear is basically one album. Or certain albums that was popping at that time.
Okay,
and
my
our
bad.
album was one of the main joints when you in Harlem, Brooklyn, whatever the fuck you was at. They was playing our fucking shit.
So we know the hood was rocking with Brand Nubian at a point.
Was legendary. like our impact.
Hold on, but Jamar, this is what I gotta say. You're talking about your run was legendary. And I hate that we gotta do this, but we gotta do this because you do this. You can't admit Eminem's run is legendary. You cannot admit Eminem is a hip-hop legend. You cannot admit. There's been plenty of times that you have stripped away Eminem's accolades because you don't know them or because they don't mean a lot to you. And that is fine. It don't resonate with you. Cool. Let's use that same logic. That still does not change the fact that in 2019, your run does not impact people. And I know you can say there's a lot of people without Brand Nubian wouldn't be doing certain things, so they're impacted without even knowing. But bro, if you can strip away all the stuff that M has done and impacted hip hop with, and I know you've only given, he impacted with the pills and stuff like that. That's his give to the game. You've minimalized his impact, so you cannot be upset, right? When majority of people who are going to hear you say a run is legendary is going to be like, well, I don't know anything about your run and it hasn't even translated over a few decades, so how legendary can it be? I know about Jay's run. I know about Run DMC's run. I'm telling you right now, you can pull people my age, younger, because I didn't grow up with Lord Jamar. I'm not old enough to know about Brand Nubian, right? But I know a lot about hip hop. I know what Brand Nubian is, but you cannot. Who are you arguing with right now? If M's legacy is what it is to you, then imagine, and I'm not saying that one makes one right or one equals the other, but I'm just saying imagine what it sounds like to tell a 28-year-old today, right? I'm 28 today. Anybody 28, 18, I'm not gonna say 8, but this gap, the millennials, we don't know. I don't know. So we're gonna make the argument that we don't who knows about your run? And then Jamar gonna make the argument, just because you don't know don't mean it didn't happen. But then they could counteract that. Well, there's a lot of people who are not active today, who are old school, that I can tell you about the run. There are 18-year-olds who know about Run DMC's run. There are 28-year-olds who definitely know about Run DMC's run, right? There are literally, so it's like Brand Nubian is just one that kind of didn't hit my radar. I'm just saying.
He made
and a lot of
knowledge of self, having knowledge of self, cool, palatable.
I mean, Jamar, you want, come on. I'll give you. Brand Nubian was a cog in that machine, but what? Public Enemy didn't exist? Wasn't Public Enemy before you? You did not make See, he gonna try to get that off of people who don't know their hip hop history. At that time, that's what was popping. Majority of rappers were doing that. Even NWA had a song called Respect Yourself because they was trying to lean into that. Come on, son. Don't let him get off with that. There was a giant Poor Rice's Teachers. What about De La Soul, Public Enemy? There is a lot, and even other people who weren't necessarily leaning into that were making music about that. Self-destruct. Was Brand Nubian on self-destruction? Come on, man. They coming to us thinking that we millennials, so we don't know. No, I know, son. You did not make Power of Self cool. You furthered the narrative of it being cool. You furthered that narrative. I'm just saying.
People came before us that had knowledge of self.
Okay, cool. Rakim,
super cool. No. And you know, King's Son. And
okay, see, I forgot these two.
Big Daddy Kane.
Kane.
You know what I mean? But when we came with it, I don't know, we went just a little deeper and just made it a little more.
I guess that's an eye of the beholder.
Palatable.
Like I could say, the reason why I disagree with that argument, that you can't say that you made, I'll put it this way. He's essentially saying that he made Knowledge of Self cool and palatable. Palatable means consumable by the masses. Like the masses can consume it easily, right? But in that argument, the winner of that argument would have to be the person who took it to the highest pop aspect. And Public Enemy are definitely way more made power, Knowledge of Self and loving being black and black empowerment way more pop than you did. So you didn't make it cool. I think you're embellishing a little bit. You helped though. It was cool. Y'all was doing it coolly. Y'all ain't make it cool. That's the difference. I'm not trying to take away anything from Jamar, Brand Nubian, whatever. But I'm going to keep it a buck, bro. Even when they talk about top 50 most impactful artists, when they talk about top 50 most impactful songs, I have been a hip-hop fan my whole life. I have seen all the lists from all the people. Don't matter if 21 Savage is your favorite rapper or Rakim's your favorite rapper. I have seldom seen Lord Jamar on any of those lists or any Brand Nubian song. I'm just being honest. If we're going to talk about impact, I see people who Gucci Mane is their favorite rapper, and on their 50 list they have Eminem. Just because, like, well, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan, but even if it's 49th, I don't see Jamar at 50th. That's what I'm saying.
People, and a lot of people end up getting Knowledge of Self through fucking with our music. That's part of what made and what makes Brand Nubian so legendary. And
so if that's part, and that's what I'm saying, like maybe that's where the impact doesn't translate as well. Because one, you're battling an artist who has been more influential than you. Because Eminem, with no argument, if I find somebody trying to argue this, I don't care what side of the argument, Eminem is light years more impactful than Lord Jamar. Whether it be for white rappers, whether it be for lyrical rappers, whether it be for multi-syllable rappers, whether it be for whatever, Eminem is leaps and bounds continentally and I don't mean just like region, I mean literally throughout hip hop, more impactful than Jamar. So it sounds weird. So if your impact is being the ones who made Knowledge of Self cool, I mean, even by your own saying, there's people who was doing that before you, and there's people who took it to a higher plateau than you, and there's people who made it more famous and made more people get knowledge of self. So how can your legacy be that if that's like your legacy is like, yeah, I was third string quarterback. Yeah, you was on the team. You might have threw some snaps. You might have made the team look good, but you wasn't no first stringer. I'm just saying. You ain't no Brett Favre.
Would even start out, his whole rant about that and say that. So thank you and respect for acknowledging me,
Okay, but let's get into the messiness. I might have to break this up into two episodes.
In this game as a legend. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Because I know the second part ain't really too much about it. It's more about the critique on Eminem. So I'll just do this part. It's going to be a long video, guys. Get your popcorn. And I'm going to keep it a buck. If for some reason y'all don't see the video playing on the corner, I've been having some issues with my screen recorder. So the audio is good. Let's just take this like an audio interview. Really, all the video is Lord Jamar sitting on a couch with, maybe I just put a screenshot with the golden packs in the back smoking. So really, it's the words that's more important. He ain't doing much.
Pretty much, I've been done mad interviews about where they ask me about Eminem. I really don't give a fuck about Eminem.
I hate that argument. I hate that argument so much, and it's not just Jamar. Anybody who makes that statement is so asinine. I'm sorry, Jamar. I respect you, dog. I respect you, black man. Knowledge of self, all of that. I'm pro-black as they. Trust me. But I'm literally Nigerian, so we ain't even gonna do that. We ain't even gonna do that. I'm literally from the motherland. Y'all is second string. I was on the soil. English is my second language. All right. So here's what I'm gonna tell you. Anybody, not just Lord Jamar, the number one way to show you care about something is commenting on it. Not just commenting on it, it's the way you comment on it. People tend to think not caring about something is something that is not, as crazy as this sounds, you aren't the decider of if you care about something. Isn't that crazy? It sounds crazy. What are you talking about, Screw? How can I not decide if I care about something? I'll put it this way. If somebody asks you, yo, do you like peanut butter sandwiches, right? And you go off on a tirade about how peanut butter is overrated, about how peanut butter is a guest in the condiments, even if it's true, which I agree with him with the white people being a guest in hip hop. I 100% agree with him. But let's go back to saying you don't care. That's not true. And you're like, peanut butter, man, F that. Really, jelly is the truth, huh? You do 4 videos about jelly. Listen, if somebody asks you about jelly, peanut butter, and you don't care about peanut butter, your answer is gonna be like, I don't care that much about peanut. You're not gonna give an interesting take on it. Here's my thing. With the way that you act, the way that you respond to Eminem questions or anything that has to do with this, you care. All right? You care. People always equate, and I feel like people try to use that in an argument or in a thing to be like, man, I'm above that. I don't even care. It's a way to take away responsibility from what you said. Jamar, if there's one thing, I don't know you as a person, I ain't met you, but if there's one thing I know, is that you care about Eminem. Caring doesn't mean you have to be obsessed. Caring doesn't mean that you have to love. Caring doesn't mean, but you definitely care. And you're not getting anywhere by just telling people, I don't care about Eminem. Yes, you do, bro. Your takes are those of somebody who cares. People act like you can hide that. Like you can hide when you care about something. Once you have, because I'll put it this way. If you ask Lord Jamar about, I've seen enough Lord Jamar interviews to see the way he answers about things that he doesn't care about. He just doesn't have much to add on it. He just doesn't have much to add. Just doesn't. That's when he genuinely doesn't care. He'll say something, maybe make a little joke. Even with the Lil Nas X thing coming out the closet, I saw his interview about that. You can tell he genuinely didn't care that much. He made the joke about, oh, now we know he's riding Old Town Road, and he'll extrapolate it to something else. He doesn't care. Eminem, he definitely cares about. And when you make a 20-minute response to Royce, oh, sorry.
Like,
you care.
He's not someone I'm really thinking about.
And that is true. That can be true. That can be true. But just because you're not thinking about something does not mean you don't care. It's a weird equation. When people you're true, you're right, you're 100% right, you don't care about M. But here's the sentence, here's what people are saying. People are saying this, and people probably aren't, like the stands that are coming at you are probably mad illogical and don't know how to argue with you, or debate with you. This is what I'm going to say. Yes, you are right, you are 100% right, Jamar. You don't think about Eminem actively, all right? Still doesn't mean you don't care. Here's the thing. When people make you think about Eminem, then we get to see when you care or not. I'll put it this way. If someone asks me about my ex and I respond with the passion, because you respond about Eminem with passion, about how much you don't like him. There's passion there. There's a little bit of passion. There's a lot of passion. And I respond with passion every time somebody asks me about it. Every time I go in, I'm talking about, when you said the Dr. Dre thing, like he's giving his daughter, like, come on, dog, you care a little bit. You can't say like I don't care. I can't say like I don't care. Like, bro, you just gave me a 20-minute answer when I asked you, yo, what's your thoughts about your ex? And if I give you a 20-minute answer, then at the end of it, but I don't care though. You look at me like, okay.
The reason that I bring him up
is because people bring him up to you.
Is because you have white people that will say Eminem is the GOAT.
And there has been the point I have said since day one. He just said it. Lord Jamar's problem with M is not M. Lord Jamar's problem with M is the stands. And I wish Jamar would just say that. Jamar does not have a problem with Eminem as a person. Jamar does not have a problem with Eminem as an artist, even if he thinks he does. If you listen to, he gives enough content that you can read between the lines. If you really listen, you notice Jamar hates the stands. And with that, he's 100% correct. That's why I said if you were to just lean into it, like maybe it's not the things that Eminem are saying, maybe it's the people who are standing over you that I'm more mad at, because he just said that. Eminem, I don't even think, he didn't say Eminem said it, he said that you have white people who are calling Eminem the GOAT, and he's talking about the stands. Now, not everybody who thinks Eminem's a GOAT is a stand, but he's 100% talking about the stands. I know, trust me, I know. The number one thing that makes anybody not want to be a fan of Eminem is stands, and that's me included. That's me included. The number one thing, because y'all know me, I'm the YouTuber who tells the truth. I hate Eminem singing. Eminem singing is god-awful, right? And every time I hear it, I cringe, and I say it in my reaction. Now, Eminem lyrically is one of the best people with the pens, but he's nowhere near as good as he used to be. In fact, like, it's almost like two different Eminems completely. So the people who are pretending he's just as good as he used to be are also lying, but they don't have to be stands. The stands are the people who are going to be saying that no matter what, Eminem will be the greatest no matter what. Those are stands, right? So if you just came out with that, I would agree with My bad. The thing filled up. We're gonna have to do this faster. I'm definitely not gonna get to the end of this. But let's just hear a few more statements and go on. It's the stands that he don't like. I wish he would just lean into that more. I would be 100% on his side, and we can
Hip
run.
hop based upon his record sales. That's the only problem I have.
Hold on, but that's not the only reason people say. See, that's I can't watch any more of this. That's the problem because he's battling the wrong people, bro. If anybody said Eminem is the GOAT strictly because of his album sales, those aren't even fans of hip hop. Those aren't even fans of hip hop. Because the majority of people that I see say Eminem is the GOAT is because of his lyrical ability and because of the songs he's came out with and because he's the best on the mic. The people who are using the album sales are definitely the stands. That's what he's because they don't know why they like him. That's my problem with the stands, bro. Stands have a twisted Marshall so crazy that they've skewed it to a weird way. It's like I'm telling you right now, and I'm gonna end the video right here. Because if y'all want a part 2 where I'm reacting to the rest of it, let me know. But my camera done filled up and it's going to take forever to render. So here's what I'm going to say right now. The stands are the problem, bro. That's just what it is, bro. It's like the Pepe the Frog meme, right? Where it started off as something hilarious and great that everybody can enjoy. Then a sect of people took it and turned it and said this is what it is now. And now certain people look at it as ugly because they don't even... I'm sorry, M. I apologize to M. But I really feel like you need to make something like a stand too, bro. You really do, man. Because I'm telling you, if you were to... And I think M is afraid to say that, but he says it as much as he can. If you were to openly say that, I think that the relations that he have with hip hop would be a lot better because they are like a cancerous group that really hurt this man's legacy. And Jamar is about to bring... Matter of fact, hold up.
That's the only problem I have. Not that... Do I think he's a top tier lyricist? Just
I just want to hear this.
Just rhyme speaking? Yes. I said that multiple times. How many fucking times do I have to fucking say it?
Alright, so we're going to stop right here, Pimp. And I know, because we know what it is. And really, the more he speaks, the more he's just reiterating exactly what I said. And when you get to the bottom of this, bro, it's the stands, man. It's the stands. Because it's not about his lyrical capability. He knows he's one of the greatest on the mic. And he knows he sells albums. So it's not about the album sales. It's the way that people use that as a weapon in an argument to say why he's the best. And the only people that would use that are people who have ran out of actual hip-hop like reasons to say that, and I think that would be the stands. And I'm gonna keep saying this, bro. Do not be a proud stan. Be an Eminem fan. I am an Eminem fan. I've been an Eminem fan for a long time. I do not like stands. I've never liked stands. And as soon as M made Stan, and I realized how much that it hurts him, that he has this base of people, it made me extra angry. Because sometimes, like, and I know this for a fact, sometimes people will judge you off of the worst of your fans or something like that, and you gotta, like, it's not fair because now you're responsible for a million people who might not be mentally there all the way, who might have some sort of issues and stuff like that, you know? Because if you're taking on the moniker of somebody who killed his wife, his obsession for one artist made him kill his wife and unborn son, and that's who you take as your thing, not only did you miss the entire message that M was trying to make, but you need help. So it's the stands, man. It's the stands, man. If you want me to do the rest of this, let me know. Do I agree with Jamar? I agree with Jamar in his execution is horrible, but what he's saying is true. But he's shifting the blame onto the wrong person. I'm gonna keep it a buck. It's hard to make these arguments because you're arguing against a ghost. You're arguing against like people who will never have to see in real life, and people who get online and do that stuff. So, like I said, shout out to M. Shout out to the M fans. Stans, you see what you're doing? You see what you're doing? Now, if somebody catches the fade, it's gonna be y'all fault. I'm just saying.